How everybody doing today? This is Mr. Amen, and this is a Let Them Know Media production. First off, I wanted to talk to y'all about an important topic. It's called mate selection, right? I heard a brother named Nuri Muhammad say that the two biggest decisions that a person makes in their life, one is believing in God, two, the person that they decide to spend the rest of their life with. And if I expound on that, I wanted to say first that, I believe in that wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? I am a real supporter of that. And, some historical things have been happening lately with, the research that's been going on, the data that's being shared. A lot of men and women is not getting married like how they used to. They're not mating together like they supposed to. And, if I give some background about why I think that's happened, I think that we feel like we have to be perfect before we meet somebody. And I don't think God intended for anybody to be perfect when they meet somebody. No matter if that's career-based or financially based, we out here making decisions to the point where we're getting so old that by the time we decide that we want to be with somebody, we so stuck in our ways, we don't even know how to allow anybody into our lives. I think that, from the ages of maybe 21 to 25 is probably the best ages for people to get together and plan on working on each other and spending the rest of their life with each other, because you can grow into the understanding with each other, But if you don't have dedication, you don't really have anything. The roles is changing. A lot of men don't feel empowered like they used to. A lot of women is having the power that they've always asked for. And I give kudos to all the sisters that's out here doing big things. But always remember that when you get to a certain plateau in life, two things that you should think about. When a man get money, he don't care about dating down. He only cares about who's the best mate for him. When a woman gets into her financial, stability, she likes to date, in that same vicinity. She doesn't really date down. And I think that package with we feel like we need to have a certain amount of success before we end up mating up is ruining the whole process of mate selection. And so I will end with this. Mate selection has a real good word that I want to talk about, and that's helpmate. When you think about what a helpmate is the opposite person helping you out just as much as you helping them out. Everybody reaching out to each other and showing support. I understand you, you understand me, and we're going to get down this long road together. There's no reason for you to feel alone. There's no reason for me to feel alone, because we in this together. And so I just want to remind everybody, let's get in this together. Let's not think we have to be perfect before we get together and be in a relationship and think about marriage. Okay? And if you like this content, please like and subscribe, comment, and share my content. I would like to thank you all for that in advance. Peace.